What's up, YouTube? Mr. Llama SC here, and today we're bringing you part hell of the Zealot guided playthrough. So hopefully you've had a lot of fun with normal and with nightmare. It's been a good time. I've been enjoying it. Hopefully you've picked up some nice gear. Once again, one of my favorite things to do with these melee characters, these more item-dependent characters, even like a ranged boson or whatever, more item-dependent characters, not caster style, is farm. Like, it just is so much fun to just go run Mephisto and Nightmare 100 times, put on your little magic find hat, you get a couple perfect topazes, you put it in a helmet, 3 in a death mask, whatever it is. You run around, you kill Mephisto, you kill Andariel, you farm, you do your Eldritch and whatever farming, and you just pick up some cool gear. Right? And so we'll actually talk a little bit about some gear for those of you who are sitting there like, I still don't have the gear I need for hell and whatever. We can talk a little bit about this stuff coming up here. But hopefully you have gotten to that point. So let's jump on over and jump on in and talk a little bit about the gear that we're using, and then alternative gear we'd be looking for, and all sorts of things like that. So first off, we are using our Honor, right? ML Ith Tier Soul, really not a difficult weapon to make. I made it first in a War Axe because that's what I had available to me, and it was decent. And then we found a Knout when we were in Clawviper Temple, I believe. We went, got it socketed because it's 5 max sockets, and then made our Honor in this, and it's a great weapon. I mean, this is very, very strong. It's got a lot of really good things. We already talked all about that. I have a Lore Helm right now. If my resistances were worse, I would put a Tri-Res Helm on, aka a 3 open socket helm with Ral, Ort, Thol, or something like that, or Ral, Thol, whatever my weaker res is, right? You can always mix and match. I have a Nokusin, which helps with our fire res right here. I have a Rhyme Shield, which is just 100% necessary until you get that canopy frozen somewhere else. I have a Duress, which I got because we found an Umrune from our forge. Once again, smoke here is really nice. Some sort of canopy frozen armor is really nice. Duriel Shell, Hawkmail, Spirit Shroud, whatever. Getting a Treachery here is super nice. Like, there's a lot of very good armors you can find along the way. I got Blood Fist. This is one of the easiest items, I think, to find. I find this like every 10 speedruns, if not more. It just drops all the time. And so if you farm even a little bit, it's super easy to find a Blood Fist. I have a nice dual res ring here with some attack rating. That's very good for this character. I've got my Saigon's Belt, which once again I could replace if I wanted. I've got a dual res ring right here. Got a little MF. But mostly the resistances are why I want it. And then I have these nice boots I found, dual res as well. But they've got some MF, 20 FRW. Overall, I'm pretty happy with them. So that right there is my setup. And then, of course, my teleport staff. Oops, just drank a juve. My teleport staff. So once again, let's talk a little bit about the other things. Right here. This totally would be a viable armor. You get that cannot be frozen. So you have to have that source somewhere. But once you do that, then you could do something like this, right? So I could run cannot be frozen on the armor, and then I can run a big spirit with really big resistances. See, I'm getting the 72 right there. Super nice. You get the vitality, you get the hit recovery, all that stuff, right? Super, super good. Tarnhelm is always a nice little +1 skiller, but +1 skills isn't as useful here. I would say focus more on resistances and all of that stuff. Goblin Toes are a classic GG booty just to have, right? Getting a little crushing blow for all our hits is nice. Dark Clan Crushers, not bad damage. Let's go through what other stuff here. We talked about Flesh Renders, great little club. It's got Crushing Blow and Deadly Strike on it, Open Wounds on it, and just really nice damage overall. We've got, we can't use Demon Limb or anything like that. Let me actually go, I'm going to pop to the Sorceress really fast. She has all my main gear. So belt-wise, even basic things like a blade buckle are fine. Getting a plated belt I mean, obviously something like T-Gods would be really nice or whatever, but just getting a String of Ears is probably like a best in slot that you're going to get for a while with the damage reduce on it and the lifesteal. So that'd be good. Dungos for later. Obviously, you can go for the IK set as you get there. Nosferatu's is totally a solid belt for you as well. Really, a lot of unique belts would be really good there. Armors, like we talked about, we had the Spirit Shroud, we had the Hawkmail. Rattle Cage is totally fine if you want for some of the Crushing Blow, but once again, just make sure you have that. Guardian Angel is a very nice armor, really good for getting that max res up, and if you have a really good Paladin shield, that can be solid. Yeah, probably there. Different gloves are fine. Chances, obviously, just get your magic fine. Ghoul hides for the attack rating and damage. Always very nice just to have that. Hand of Brock's actually not terrible. I would say Grave Palms are decent. Blood Fist, obviously. Lava Gouts are really nice. Venom Ward. I mean, there's really so many good gloves. You can also craft some Crushing Blow gloves if you really want that. Gaze is super solid. Blackhorn is okay, but I mean, you can get better than that. Stuff that would be like not bad to find. I'm not trying to go for like best in slot crazy top end gear. So much so as just like stuff that would be findable. I mean, obviously getting like Water Walks is just an amazing boot to have. But there's so many good boots that you can really get here, right? I would say a majority of those. Paladin Shields, Herald of Zakarum is obviously a classic for this character. Super, like, not crazy difficult to find, and super, super good. It does take a little bit of farming, though. Weapons, obviously we talked about a lot of just weapons that hit hard, right? Just get yourself like, you know, Moonfall, get yourself Heaven's Light, you can't use it, but like a Fetid Sprinkler, get yourself, you know, any of, like a lot of those clubs are really good. Zakarum's Hand isn't bad. You know, a lot of these clubs are super nice. I would say Bloodletter is good, but it'll fall off by like hell for sure. Set wise, you know, even basic things like this. This is very similar to the Saigon's belt, right? It's just like nice. Same with Thesaurus' boots. These are just good boots. You got res and you got run walk. It's very, very solid. Obviously, the Angelics ring and Ami is super nice. Additionally, going into, you know, like the Saigon set's very nice overall. If you have Guillaume's face, that can be really good. Obviously, Magnus skin is super good, and so like this set would be really nice. Getting that like 3-piece set right there. I don't know where the helm is. I think I took it off for some other character really fast. And then of course getting into like the IK set. You know, these are just super, super nice pieces, right? You just get like strength and dual res and good run walk and big life and very, very good. I probably have it. Huh. I don't know where I put my game face. Alright, well, know that it exists. You know, and then you can work towards, like, whatever stuff later. So, yeah, just getting, like, those sorts of things, right? That's just kind of me bouncing around looking at a few different things. But, you just kind of pick stuff up as you go, once again. And so just focus on getting your res up, getting your life up, and then having a decent damage weapon, having some sort of Crushing Blow, open wounds, that can be really helpful. And then you cannot be frozen. And so that pretty much does it. Let's dive into hell. And my mercenaries got Rattle Cage, Irathas, and just a random pike. I don't think he can use this yet. Not yet. He's totally going to die, by the way. Because I have to wait until I can get to the Inner Cloister, really, to glitch him super well. But here's kind of how hell looks, right? Like, you don't do as crazy of damage. And there goes our mercenary, right? This is why I said, like, I only leveled up to 56. This is where I said, like, you know, leveling up to like 65 to 70 back in Nightmare is totally a valid strategy. No aura doesn't help. That is true. Ignore the timer. Yeah, it helps to have our auras on. So you can see, you know, I'm 56. I'm gonna kill a little bit slower, but I still kill at an okay speed. I'm still life leeching perfectly fine. It's not like this is unplayable in hell whatsoever, right? Yeah, and here's a quick look at my skills and stats. So I'm just max block, enough strength for all my gear, rest vitality, and then we are maxed here, 1 point here, maxed zeal, and then putting the rest there. And I've got 5 points in Holy Shield right now, just for some time. Gotta make sure my aura stays on. I got my hotkeys, I think, backwards. So, you know, feel free to, once again, always slow down and kill as much as you want, or move forward and, you know, okay, I'm not gonna kill the physical immune. Right, because a lot of people always ask, what do I thought you didn't want max zeal. We don't max zeal in the early stages, because yes, it will lock us in, right? But when you get later on, we really need like the attack rating boost. And you can already see that my attack rating is, you know, a little suffering, right? I haven't found stuff that I would say is amazing enough for my attack rating to really help out there. No vigor? No, I do not have vigor. The problem with vigor is it takes 1, 2, 3, 4 points just to get a single point in it. And it's not a giant boost. So, you know, later, if you really want to or something, you could put a point in it, especially if you have a bunch of plus to skills. You know, when you're like 80, 90, things like that. But early on, I would say not really worth it. We have better places to invest those points. Is there logic to skilling charge? Yeah, charge goes into Holy Shield. So remember, we can also charge around right here, right? And always, one of the best things you can do if you ever feel like you're starting to really lose health a little bit too quickly. I mean, I feel pretty decent here, but okay, that's a little bit too fast for the health loss, especially because he was cursed. You can always just kind of back up a little bit, right? If you can fight 1, 2 guys at a time, it can really help you out, as opposed to having to fight all of them at once. So let them try and work their way around to surround you, then come back in, take them on. Fight 1, 2 at a time, especially if you have some cold damage, which is actually really nice. And just kind of can save you a lot by just getting a little bit of a chill on them there. And then when you're ready, just move back in. Fight these guys.
As promised, here is payment for your Heroes 3 purchase, Mr. Llama Happy.
Thank you. Appreciate that, huh, Mancha? And never disrespect curse in hell. It's true. It is so true. In hell, when you get amped, it is always a serious thing. First off, it lasts like forever. But additionally, oof, double damage can do a lot. It can do a lot. So yeah, leveling up in Hell Act 1 and 2 is also a great place to level. I still think just doing the Eldritch is safer and easier. And then you can kind of just move forward once you kind of get to, you know, Hell Act 1 and stuff. But, you know, kind of pick and choose what you want to do. And something you'll notice, like right here, I use the terrain to benefit me, right? So I made sure those monsters had to, a couple of them at least, had to run around that pillar. And it's just small things like that, but with melee characters especially, it really can be helpful, right? Here we have the stairs. I'm not gonna let all these monsters fight me on the stairs. Or fight me in the open space. Really, home? I didn't have issues with that at all. So, who you let near you is always very important. And I just want to get away from Holy Freeze as fast as possible. And this is why we have a teleport staff. Yeah, that's life advice as well as D2 advice. Biggest hope? They don't mess it up. Biggest worry? They try and listen too much to everybody in the community and they change a lot of what the game is. And then people come and play it for a bit and they go, oh, yeah, it's not exactly whatever. But then they don't care because they just move on and play whatever game they want. But I care because I play this game all the time. If you want to do Hell Countess, this character is totally equipped for that. And this is kind of one of the nice things as well, right? If you're playing like a cold sorceress or something, you're not going to do Hell Countess because she's cold immune and it's just going to be hell for you. But characters like this can do that sort of stuff. So if you want to take the time and go through there and see what you can get and maybe try and farm some runes, remember she can drop up to Ist rune or up to low rune overall. Yeah, I mean, exactly. We have the mod community, so I just hope that the mods are where a lot of the big changes stay. Big inventories and, you know, whole new skills and all these changes to everything and melee splash and whatever, like, perfect in the mods. If you make melee splash in D2, that's a whole different game, man. That's a big change to put in there. I think that's the piece that a lot of people, once again, don't look at. A lot of people don't look at all of the changes. They look at one change. Right? And I think that's where that was the biggest thing. Dex, thank you very much. They look at one thing and they say, so if we just do a little buff to all of the weak skills, if we just do this, if we just add a charm inventory, if we just do this. And it's always just. But once again, there's 100 of those little just changes.
This tower shall be cleansed of evil.
And then, like I say, the game's not... I say change it to make the game better. I don't think it makes the game better, though. I think that's the bigger issue. I don't think this is making the game better. I think all of those changes will end up making the game worse. And that's the difference. I'd be okay if they didn't give us a bigger stash. I think having a shared stash... So the difference between my change and your change is that my change is one that is already being done by players. What is a shared stash but just a bunch of mules? We already have shared stashes. It's just we have to spread it across mules and lose some gear here and there. And that's the bigger difference. What is the charm bag but just saving trips to town? But it's not just saving trips to town. It's making it so you barely have to ever go to town. And so you're just fighting all the time and you're not going back to town. I think going back to town and making decisions on items is a big piece in the game. I don't think putting items on the ground to mule them across to a character and then losing them because he couldn't just move it across in a shared space is a thing that's a decision or whatever, you know. There's no added complexion there or whatever. It's just like, yeah, okay. I have not played less ever. Ooh, cold enchant, fire enchant. That's gonna be a nasty explosion. I don't even want to blow it up. So that's the kind of stuff and the kind of changes that I look at and I say, what is it to bring down Ubers into single player? It just gives that same content to more players. Okay, that seems like not a change that is changing the game. It's just now you can fight them on single player as well. I know, timer's just not gonna run for this. Right, a charm stash is not quality of life. You know, I didn't even think about the fact that there's ghosts down here, which totally wreck melee. Ooh, Might Aura, don't like that. So maybe doing towers not quite as good for this character. Totally didn't think of it. I mean, I guess you can always run past him and then just pray you don't have ghosts at the very end. Right. Muling is also a bigger deal because of all the timers and punishment for leaving and joining a game and all that stuff and realm downs and blah, blah, blah.
Speaking of changes, what do you think of the official announcement from the business side of Discord that they are looking into selling their platform for a potential $10 billion? At that price there are only so many potential buyers, and few of them are good for the service. The only decent one I can think of is Microsoft, who can make Discord part of their gaming suite. Anyway, what are your thoughts?
I didn't know that. I mean, I expected Discord to be sold for multi-billions of dollars at some point. I feel like that was a given. The service is too good. They've got a large user base, yada, yada, yada. You know, now it'll go to someone and they'll flood it with ads and microtransactions and all the garbage and punch him in the face. Love and honor, thank you very much. Put in sacrifice. We have max block still, so we will just continue there. What up, Sergeant? Elthol. Okay, I mean, not amazing, but hey, we got a Thorun. Tencent owns some of Discord. Tencent owns some of every single thing. I don't think there's a single thing Tencent does not have a part of.
Fresh meat.
I blame, thank you. So anyways, that's my spiel on it there. Yeah, you know, I'm an old-time gamer who loves Diablo 2. But I'm an old-time dude who loves Diablo 2, you know? Exactly, Doc Gambit. Oh, wait, wow. Wasn't even thinking about where I was. You always had sound. Thank you, Declan. Tencent owns us. That's right. 10% of my body is owned by Tencent as well, actually. You were using curse before Amazon bought it and ruined it? Yeah, that was they really ruined that one. Just went down fast. They were like trying to like pay us all to use it and stuff too. And I was like, when I went and looked at it at that time after they'd already bought it, I was like, nah, this already looks like garbage. Very poor implementation attempt. So yeah, I mean, once again, I'm a guy who has 28,000 hours in Diablo 2, right? I don't speak for everybody. I speak for myself, and I just say I really like Diablo 2 in its current form. And I think it'd be cool to play this with updated graphics. Thanks, Blowfishy. And with, you know, some fun little, like, quality of life. Like, I can shift-click a rune, you know, between my stash and my inventory or something. But changing the whole game up just doesn't appeal to me, right? And there's changing the whole game up and then changing the whole game up. So once again, something like introducing, you know, some quality of life stuff into it, or mana burn, or bringing down, you know, single player content, you know, the content to single player or whatever. That stuff, I'm like, yeah, you're not really like changing the game. You're just making it a little better there. But for me, I put this many hours into this game because it's such a good game. Wow. Does it go down that way over there? And so I would be disappointed if they came in and changed a lot of the game and then it
have any opinion on specific
wasn't the
changes
same
on
game.
D2, but I do know from my recent experience with Vanilla WoW, no changes for the sake of no changes can make the gamer experience worse. And Blizzard realized that was a mistake.
No changes for the sake of no changes can make the game. I mean, hasn't Classic been a huge success and everybody's really excited about Classic because it's back to minimal changes and the game still plays similar? Or is that not the case? Like, it seemed like Classic was a massive success and they brought it back and didn't change a lot and people were mostly happy with that, from my understanding. Oof. Yeah, that one hurt. They thought it should have been changed more aggressively. Interesting. I mean, that's very interesting to me. I would be under the assumption that the problem, once again, when you get to all of that, is every single person has their own idea of what is the correct change. And that's where I always feel like we run into big issues, and why I say changing is always like such a dangerous game. Because, okay, I want these changes, you want these changes, he wants these changes. I know, rip rare ring. All of that stuff. Anyways, okay, we're in a guided playthrough. So, hey, we're in Catacombs level 2. What do we do down here? We find ourselves, excuse me, the waypoint. That's right. And I always think of it like they're not in the business of creating a new game. They're in the business of taking a game which is a masterpiece, this game, and giving it some new graphics and some new life. Okay, so if we get here and we didn't find that, that's totally fine. We just go back. And search for the waypoint. Oh, the cold damage. Jeez. Gross.
Join my army of the dead.
I was following along with your Sork guide through Heck last night and found a Jaw rune. I think you might be a good luck charm.
Jaw rune's a solid rune. Ooh, 4 MF, nice.
Oh.
Very nice. Cannot rack, sorry. It's very nice though. Okay, so we go to level 3. And like I said, a lot of the changes that people have talked about, it's not that they're terrible changes. It's that all of the changes together, we're no longer remastering Diablo 2. We're now just making our own game. Or making our own mod. If we do all of those things. And, you know, those people always say, well, just go back and play this classic D2 like this and leave us with you know, the new D2R with all the changes. But, like, why can't you guys go play the mod and then we both can enjoy the updated graphics and all that stuff? Like, wouldn't it make more sense to bring the classic D2 over? Jesus, that curse. Where's my mercenary? He's dead.
The order welcomes.
We'll get him back for Act 2. But like, instanced loot isn't Diablo 2. That's just when you say what is Diablo 2, like instanced loot, that's Diablo 3. That's other games. I'm not saying instanced loot is always bad. I'm just saying if you start doing things like that, we're no longer playing Diablo 2 anymore. Physical. Right, Diablo 2 is not this game that needs constant changes to keep people engaged like the Fortnite for any of these new age games. This is a 20-year-old classic. Let it be a 20-year-old classic, you know? My door is over there. So, we're going to fight Andariel. You can obviously clear out the whole area if you would like and take your time. I'm going to try and just bring her over here. Get her away from the Might Aura, because that doesn't sound very nice. We obviously have antidote potions to increase our poison res. And additionally, just increase our... get rid of poison when she poisons us. And hopefully we kill this ghoul minion soon. So all of our attacks can focus on Andariel. And now you can see us hitting her every single time because we have such amazing attack rating. No crushing blow? I have crushing blow, but it doesn't feel like it's really getting off, does it? It's okay. Antidote potions stack in the way of 30 seconds apiece. Locked up a little bit. It's alright. Gonna get rid of some of these mana potions. There's way more mana than we need. People are used to smite, crushing blow. I mean, we could smite as well if we really wanted. Let me see what hotkey is open. I guess G is. So once again, we could. I guess I want it over here actually. We can smite, and then we always hit her. So we're always gonna get the crush and blow off. That also does work. Is that technically a smite or a zealot? Maybe not. But that's okay. Technicalities are for technical people. And just like that, give yourselves the clap. Mr. Llama and you have now beaten Act 1 of Hell. How easy was that? How easy was that? That was simple. We got ourselves a nice face of horror. Actually, a decent helm. You get 20 strength, 10 all res on it. We got a random thingy there. Pop that. Here's what I was saying before about if you feel like you just want to get, you know, some life, you can just shop a really nice life belt. Oh yeah, I'm not in my stash, that's right. I was like, why can't I click that? You can just shop yourself a really nice life belt. Nice pour. Face of horror, good for Merce. Yeah, I mean, that's good for the Merce if you want to give him that. What is your opinion of so many of Deep 2 players being tired of the same old game and that's why they need something new in the remaster? Go play a mod then. Once again, that's like classic games I feel like are great because they're classic games. There's something new. There's something about the new generation here who just always needs something new. The Path of Exile, I need to have every 3 months, new content, new stuff, or I'm bored with the game. I mean, this is a remaster. This is a remaster of a classic game. They're taking a classic game and they're giving it new life with graphics and things. It's a remaster of a classic. I mean, once again, we have mods, so that's where all of the extra can be done, in my opinion. There's no reason, in my opinion, to not just update everything here and then let the mods take care of all of the crazy stuff. Okay, let's go to Inner Cloister. Kids these days. I'm grumpy old llama. I get it. I think they're only in Hell Regis. Might be able to find some in Nightmare somewhere. You'd have to check the affix calculator. Yeah, there will be mod support. They already announced it and they're going to make it easier. We're going to be very careful about which of these like beetles and stuff we fight. We can fight some beetles. Can be very dangerous, especially for our mercenary. I mean, once again, when I look at it as well, my idea of if you really want to bring new stuff to it is go in the way of how they've done it in the past, where they've, you know, added in items and you know, added expansions and new content and things like that. I think that's very different from now you have a giant inventory with a charm space and now you have, right. I think that's changing the game and not how I would have envisioned, you know, Brevik and the old team changing it, right? They would have created another expansion with an Act 6 and maybe added another character or something and maybe added some, you know, another endgame boss and All of that stuff. They did add charms in LOD. This is correct. They also added rune words. I mean, LOD really did add some things like that, and some people were grumpy about it back then. And I think there's some argument to be made as well. Homesick, thank you. I mean, I totally agree. I think there's some argument. Some people are like, I prefer classic D2. I'm very upset that, you know, that LOD came out and brought in all these rune words, and rares no longer were like so much less important. Everybody just got, you know, rune words and you know, super good uniques, and that was kind of it. I think there's totally some valid complaint in all of that. No buying mana pots? I mean, back when you couldn't buy mana potions, all the characters were honestly a lot more balanced. Melee characters did way better. Melee characters only really started to suck when you could buy mana potions, because then it was like, oh, a caster doesn't have any limitations anymore, so. Or the story is people get caught up in nostalgia? Yeah, I'm one of the peoples who is caught up in the nostalgia. Okay, so right now, looking around, obviously there's plenty of things to kill. Gem shrines are always really nice because, once again, if you have any gem back in your stash that you need to be upgraded, for instance, I want to make a perfect ruby. I make sure I have no other rubies no other gems in my inventory. I go to the gem shrine, now I have a perfect ruby. Bingo, bango, bongo, how perfect is that? It's very nice. And now I can use that for crafting a little bit later. Right, this is the nostalgia that I'm still playing, though. Exactly. I mean, I think a lot of classic players would be pretty pissed, though, if when LOD came out, they upgraded all of these, you know, other things like new graphics and better sound and all of this stuff, and then they didn't give it to the classic players. Right? They were like, sorry. Y'all stuck in the past have to live in the past. So that's why I say, like, have a whole thing there. Yeah, energy became a pretty useless stat with mana potions in shop, for sure. I mean, there's all sorts of stuff about. Like, you can go through the history of Diablo 2 changes, and you can definitely understand how many of those changes annoyed people. Okay, we gotta be careful about our mercenary here, that he doesn't die. Feed him some potions, because there are charged bolts. Always be careful of that. We did a week session of Classic only, roughly. It was very fun, but it was very rough. This game used to be even harder. Like, they have already eased this game up in terms of difficulty over time. You can heal your mercenary. Yep, shift 1, 2, 3, or 4, depending where your health or rejuves are. Nerfing gambling chances? Well, the thing before was gold was a lot more precious before, and so gambling was a great way to get a lot of uniques, but you know, once again, for a lot of people, with gambling and stuff, it was actually a little hard to come by gold. Okay, he's gonna be immune to physical. So we'll kill this guy. We'll kill this guy. We'll teleport past that guy. Okay, dead end. Much of the maggot lair I often try and teleport because once again you can waltz through it, but you run into things like there where you will have I mean, I'm trying to show, like, look, you can kill your way through this and it's totally fine, right? It absolutely is a fine way to get through the maggot lair, is to just kill your way through. But every now and then, like that last boss, you'll run into a physical immune and stuff. And then it's like, ugh, and it gets really annoying. And yeah, we have some cold damage from our weapon, but like, it's not a ton, it'll take a long time. So having teleport can be really nice. That being said, I also am leveling. And so for me, killing some of these things, especially some of these boss groups like this, is not the worst thing ever, because I need to level up some anyways. You know, and I almost wouldn't even be opposed to some things like synergy stuff and whatever stuff in the future. But I think that's never a first change, right? Let's go this way. Right? I think that's one that, like, you just they haven't done anything with this game yet. This isn't the old team. This is a new team that's come in.
£5 per cast. Sometimes on one dude and sometimes on multiple dudes.
And there you can see the power of fire lightning enchant. Rip Mercenary. Thanks your mama, thanks homesick, thanks interpreter. Add new unique names to the monster pool. That sounds great. I would love to see purple monsters back. Purple monsters are so cool. And then you get those guys. Itchies are physical immune. We could probably kill them with our cold damage, honestly, but it would take a while. Okay, and there, so there you go. You get yourself a staff. Perfect. New llama level. Now we're talking.
Good day. Thus. Greetings.
Now we're talking. Ooh. I did 1.0 sorceress through normal, I think. I did the Amazon through hell in 1.0. But this was like 1.0. Like literally the first patch, not even right after they made like the initial patches to fix some of the bugs and things that happened. Because the first patch of Diablo 2 happened like a couple hours after Diablo 2 came out. Crushing Blow is physical, yeah. Boom, boom, bump. Rarely am I ever gonna stop and fight a dude with Holy Freeze. But one thing also to remember, especially if you're playing softcore, I know some of you guys are hardcoreians, but one thing to remember is that we need to be careful. leveling up and planning your like leveling versus when you die and all of that stuff is an important thing to do. So like if I'm gonna do really dangerous, risky content, a lot of times what I'll do first is make sure I get a level up in. Then I'll go do that content in the event I die so I don't lose too much experience, blah, 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 right? So, you know, I'm only 57 right now. We know that we need to hit at least 60 for Hell Ancients. Obviously, for many of you guys, you're going to go beyond level 60. In fact, if many of you get 2 Hell Ancients at level 60, I would be shocked. Exactly, Pap. Okay. Some stuff there, but kind of a lot of stuff. I need like a safe space. No good doors to corral them in. That's okay. How much defense would you recommend? I mean, I have 496, so I got pretty good defense. Now, on a paladin, the thing is you actually get an okay defense bonus with Holy Shield and stuff. I obviously just made this into a ring mail. Thanks, Red Mage. What? Llama. So, you know, I made this in a low defense armor, but like this actually isn't the worst character to try and get a little bit higher defense, especially if you're taking your time on and doing some stuff. I think this one's decent for that. So for instance right here, I'm gonna try and take a little time and maybe level up a little bit. Try and get like a level up in. Because snakes can be very dangerous down here. And you can see the damage from my weapon is starting to fall off a little bit now that we've gotten into hell. So if I had like a phase blade or something that I could then socket with, you know, Larzik or something like that and make a really nice phase blade. You know, once again, obviously, if you could make a grief, if you could, you know, and obviously grief is like a lot higher, but there's a lot of like decent things that we could aim to make. Oh boy, don't want to stand in the middle. Extra strong snakes. Very scary. Thank you! Kraken shell! Hey, Mav's armor. Thank you, Unknown Llama. Snakes are so glitchy, man. You just never know if you're really getting hit. Hey, what do you know? A phase blade. But, you know, it's like a little buff you can get to some damage there to help out, right? It's not a phase blade, Mom. That's right.
How may I help you?
Good day.
I have honor and a knout right now. Oh, mana burn is so brutal. So brutal. Why did it have to be snakes? Exactly. Remember, whenever you die, reset your hotkey. So like Mav's armor is a very nice armor. Obviously it's a little high up there. You know, nothing, but it's like a high defense armor. So if you mix and match a couple Mavs pieces, whatever stuff, yeah, you can do all right. I do need a slightly bigger meat stick. This is true. Being able to crush and blow these guys down or just pound them a little bit faster would be helpful. For sure. I do have canopy frozen. 100% necessary. Godzilla vs. Kong in theaters? Well, I'm not really doing the theaters right now, you know. Pandemic and everything. And I just want level 58. That'll be good. What's my yes? It should be good. Oh boy. Okay, so we're just gonna shortcut our way through this all. Perfect. But once again, you probably want to take your time going through all of that stuff. But you can see that you can take your time on it. It's totally fine. Right. Yeah, I don't need mana near as much.
The light can never be extinguished by evil.
There. And now we've got our staff.
It is an honor to
We're always really repairing when we go back to town. And this is also where, you know, picking things up that are worth gold can just be helpful. So whether that is, you know, some gems, if you want to pick gems up, some armors, if you want to pick up any elite armor is going to do you well. Wands and scepters and, you know, a lot of just elite items themselves are just worth big money. So usually good to pick those things up. Hey, look, Cloda. She's trying to speed run? Oh man, I'm kind of sad that we're not watching that. Did I play the new Fall Guys stuff? Yeah. So I was terrible at them at first. I feel comfortable on the new maps in Fall Guys. The only one that I hate is the stupid team game where you just play Splatoon. Whatever it's called. Now they're extra strong. Gotta be a little careful. That's a pretty lame one. Oh, stone skin. Okay. Ooh. Every game has dead skills. It's true. And like I said before, I actually like some skills being dead skills because it gives you some like alternate fun like challenges and things like that.
This surely is the product of a twisted mind.
I think it's actually like a fun time. Okay, so the Arcane Sanctuary, you're probably just going to want to teleport for the most part. As there's a ghost, and ghosts are immune to physical damage. And I doubt many of you will want to fight those. If you really do, have fun. Maybe a point in vengeance or something will help you a little bit. But for the most part, I would say just teleport through. It's the nice thing about teleporting through the Arcane Sanctuary is that it's not too the monsters here don't catch you very easily, right? You can usually get your teleports off without getting interrupted, whereas like if you're trying to teleport through with the snakes, they're gonna catch you. Like, the snakes have that insta-catch, and so it can be really difficult. Have you done an enchant run yet? I think so. I think it was with pluggy items, but how to avoid carpal tunnel? I don't know. Try and make sure my wrist is straight. If it starts hurting, I try and take some time off. That stuff. That's always like my biggest thing, is like really trying to just be observant of it. All right, found the summoner. It's actually a little gross over here. Now, one fun note, of course, is you don't have to actually kill the summoner. You can just run past him if you really want. Obviously, if you're like online and looking for keys and things, then, you know, go ahead and give him a kill. Keys in single player don't do anything, but they can drop. But yeah, I might play that new Magic Legends game. You know, something funny is all the people, whenever Diablo 4, you know, I make videos about like changes I'd like to see in Diablo 4, all that stuff. People are always like, keep your ideas to Diablo 2. And then Diablo 2 Remaster gets announced, and I'm like, you know, for D2, I like this, this, and this, and I don't think they should do that. And people are like, get your ideas to somewhere else. I'm like, wait, I thought you wanted me to have my ideas for Diablo 2. So Ghost can spawn in Taurash's tomb. And obviously, hopefully you know this by now, but monsters can spawn in all these different areas. And only certain numbers, so like 3 monster types will spawn here. So we have Ghoul Lords, we have Beetles, and
where do I go?
one more. Triangle is going to be the second from the right. So once again, starting at the top left, it goes circle, moon, square, sun, double down arrow, triangle, and then circle over moon. That is the 7 from left to right. But yeah, and then we have Unravelers in here. So those are the 3 types. Now, ghosts can also spawn down here. So if you get ghost, but you want to work your way through here and not have to deal with the ghost, then you can always reset the map once you get that waypoint, and then you're good to go. That was a little nasty. Okay, we know where our map is. A little spicy in there. Let's do that. We got slapped. Happens. Oof. Happens. Also, it's helpful to just have your staff ready. See, so like there's Ghost. It's like if I wanted to fight down here, I just would reset that. Because otherwise you're just gonna have absolute hell. Now we wait. Oh, I still haven't leveled up to 58. It's annoying. Alright. And now it's Duriel fighting time. And once again, this is where if you wanted, you can totally just use Smite. Because Smite always hits. You have your Crushing Blow. It is a way to get that off. Now, can somebody tell me what we haven't done? That's right. We have not drank our thawing pots yet. So now we have 84 cold res, which is a lot easier.
Good day.
Hello.
Right, so every thawing potion is 30 seconds of cold res. Now we have like 4 minutes or so. Should be enough. We're out of teepees. So you can see why, like, yeah, I don't have as much attack rating right now. My attack rating has been a little poor. Once again, we haven't found a lot of stuff for that. He still does hit like a truck. So taking my guaranteed smiting hits is always a useful thing. I recommend this on a Hammerden. I recommend this on a Zealot, unless your Zealot's hitting very often. I recommend this on pretty much any Paladin. If you have a character that will guarantee to always hit, seems pretty foolish to not use it. So yeah, it's a great way, and you get some of the smite damage from Holy Shield. And then additionally, we get obviously the crushing blow damage, which is where our main damage source is coming from there. Okay. Now we'll just finish this dude off. Easy. Easy. Look at that. And what an item drop, too. How neat is that? Bone Hue. Fantastic for a mercenary.
Greetings.
That's right. Pizza Oven saw it. Good job. Now, it's obviously a higher level requirement, so I can't give it to my mercenary immediately. But if I were you, you're probably a high enough level that your mercenary could wear this, assuming you put on a nice strength helmet of some sort, right? And this is one of my favorite items in the game because it's 2 open sockets, so you can put an am rune in it, you can put 2 am runes in it, you can put an am shale in it, you can do whatever, and your mercenary really just gets, I mean, so strong. It's got that very fast attack speed on it, and then you get the lifesteal as well, and it just gets nasty. It just gets so nasty. It's actually not a bad ring either. 73 attack rating and 33 to life. That's very nice. Yeah, Bone Hue is very, very, very strong. But once again, we won't be using it in this run because, well, we are not going to be hitting high enough of a level for that. But here you can see, okay, we're not quite 58 and I wanted 58. Okay, we've got some dudes there I don't feel like fighting, some physical immunes. Let me see if I can find some sort of monsters. Just kill some things. Try and level up here. Gotta be careful with that Might Aura. Okay, that's on those leapers down there. I also need TP scrolls. Okay, stone skin. Alright, I don't really feel like fighting that. Alright, you know what? We will go back.
Blessings to you.
Can always sell and rebuy to get max quantity. That works on arrows, that works on javelins, that works on all sorts of things. We can always just go back to like Cold Plains.
I will cleanse this wilderness.
Simple, easy. Not a lot of experience is needed here. Works on strangling gas potions, works on, yep. Anything with a quantity like that. Works on keys. Couple more dudes. The hole will have the hole or the cave or you're thinking of the pit, and that does have lightning immunes. That has lightning immune archers in it. But other than that, pretty decent. Okay, we'll put the point in sacrifice. We need 1 dexterity. We're max block again. Thanks, Hale. If you've watched every video on my YouTube channel, that is pretty insane considering I think I have like 2,400 videos or something. The amount of hours of content there is... there's probably like 10,000 hours of content. Cool. Let's go talk to Jurhin. You can always do this once again. Act 2 of Hell is down. Look at that, man. You're flying. You're absolutely flying. Great job. You're a real champ. So Act 3 can get rough for every and any character. First off, Thorned Hulks are tanky. Mosquitoes are just nasty because they'll just burn all your stamina. There's a lot of little dudes. There's difficult maps. I will always say for the mapping, I have a how to read Act 3 maps guide on my YouTube. Always a recommendation. Always very helpful. Now, fighting these spooters, you can do. Can be very dangerous though. Once again, this is one of those, if you want to kind of like fight them one at a time like this. There's something I suppose that's really good to teach you guys. And let me kill these poison spinners and then I'll... Oh yeah, I'm way under leveled. I'm 58 in Act 3. Like, be higher leveled than me. So one thing that you'll see right here is none of these guys will come over and attack me. And you might say, well, this is weird. They're like walking at you. Why aren't they attacking you? This doesn't make sense. And the reason is because there's actually a leashing technology in this game. And so this green dude will attack me. So basically, a boss minion or a boss monster has a leash on it essentially to all of its minions, and that leash can be broken a lot of times by going to town and then coming back out of town. That'll break the leash for at least some of the monsters, and we can try and show that right here. See if they'll come over and chase me, and there you go. The leash is broken, and that's not from me attacking him. That's from me going to town. So what it is, though, is there is a leash right there for a boss, and so minions of that boss will only go so far before they come back. And so if you're standing like in that little edge range, they'll walk up to you, but then they won't attack you, and they'll walk back towards their boss, right? Their main guy. And you can abuse this because you can just hang on the edge and just hit them as they walk up to you. So it's kind of a nice little thing that you can do, and very helpful for characters like this one that don't want to fight everything all at once or whatever it is. But if you get in range of the boss, if you move too close, the boss will attach to you and start to chase you, and then all of the minions will start to chase you as well. And obviously that turns into, you know, that whole situation. Can I go over all the ways poisoned is bugged in D2? Well, you have multiple ways poison is bugged. The first one is just not really a bug, but there's a 15% chance, I believe, that poison will just do a super poison hit on you. And then it's just absolutely insane amounts of damage, and it'll outdeal like all potions, and it's just horrible. So that always just sucks. The second way is you have the classic way that it's bugged. Okay, great, Marsh. Which is when you go into the Pindle or Nilithak, the snakes down there, their poison clouds do physical damage when they should just do the poison damage. And so for they do like all of it's the physical damage of a snake's hit every tick or every second. Every frame, whatever, that the like poison would do its poison damage while you're moving. So they like messed up in the calculation there. So that's why that's insanely bugged. Additionally, wave 2 of the hell, or just of the minions, for the waves for Bale, wave 2 is super bugged, because you'll just get poison clouds in the most random of places. And I'm just looking for a waypoint here. That's why, even though I know it's Great Marsh here, because getting checkpoints is always super good. Always, always, always grab yourself some checkpoints. So wave 2 is bugged. Poison clouds will be invisible and just kind of all around, and they can kill you. They do damage that is critical as well. And it's just super random. But you'll just be like standing there on wave 2, and you'll like run to the side, and then you'll get poisoned and die, and you're like, wait, what? So that's also very good. This is also another great place, once again, for like leveling up. We've talked a little bit about it before. My attack rating is so good. But I really like Flare Jungle. It's actually a decent experience. No, this isn't hardcore. So, you know, this is a fine place to run around and kill, but there is a lot of little dudes, and you don't have any good AoE, so be careful with it. Best I can say. I'm pretty sure Holy Bolt is my recommendation. If you have like 6 or 7 points in Holy Bolt, you can, oh, Gem Shrine. 6 or 7 points in Holy Bolt, and you can kill wave 2. So if you've got a few plus skills, then you should be good to go. Is potions critting considered a bug? No, that's a feature. What's up with the overlay? Norm was off. Nightmare on. Hell off again. Wait, what? For what? The stats? Oh yeah, we can put stats on. Good call. I just forgot to turn it on. There you go. Okay, I did not see Flare Jungle there. 0 deaths. Perfect. Things like Thrashers and stuff, I just wouldn't fight them as a Zealot. They've got Frenzy and stuff, and them and Deathlords are just like crushing. Absolutely crushing. So you might be saying, Mr. Lama, you're doing a lot of running right now. Obviously, like I said before, I am a lower level, which means my character is not as equipped for fighting everything. I did not take the time to bulk myself up to level, you know, 70 something. I'd probably want to be like 72, 73 right now, probably 72ish. You know, and then I'd also want to have farmed better gear and all that stuff and blah blah blah. So without doing any of those things, melee is definitely going to get more challenging, and I will pick and choose where I fight more often. But as we also said before, at any time, you can always stop, park yourself in a little bit of a hole somewhere. If you want to kill some things, you can kill some things, you know? And yes, I could go farm Nightmare for levels, exactly. Yeah, we have Saigon's Belt. I really wish we had more Saigons. It's actually a fun set. So for you guys, you will be killing more of this stuff. You know, as is true for pretty much all of my guided playthroughs. Just for time's sake, I'm not spending all the time farming, spending all the time doing all that stuff. I'm trying to show you kind of where your character can be, what they can do, what's good, not good, all of that, right? And that's what it is, Singa. Not everybody's gonna agree with me. That's fine. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Okay. So I always recommend checkpoints. And that's true on hardcore or softcore, right? Because checkpoints are just your safety. If I need to save and exit the game, I can save and exit the game and have a waypoint that is close by. There's nothing worse than being in the sewers, having to save and quit, and then you're back at the spider forest and you have to run the entire jungle again. It's just super frustrating and it just sucks. Plain and simple, you're just gonna get there and you'll be like, man, I'm so sad I have to run through all of that again. So if you can make it easier on yourself by getting a checkpoint, do it. Tom Brady of D2. Doesn't everybody hate Tom Brady? Maybe that's not a good thing. Eh. Doing away with Act 3 would not make you sad. Bro, there's so much good in Act 3.
What the hell?
Thanks, memorabilia. Hated but respected. Alright, I'll take it. Okay, so now we gotta go find the flared jungle. Or the flared dungeon, excuse me.
Fresh meat.
Thank you, Elf Tech. Let's see where to go. There were a lot of turn-ins from the Great Marsh here, which is actually really interesting. I think this is the most turn-ins from the Great Marsh they've ever had connected to the Flare Jungle. So it's probably right down here. Not there. Off to the right here. Yeah, there it is. A lot of bosses. If you want to fight for a nice rare ring, you can always go for the Jid Bin. Once again, we don't like being surrounded by stuff, so we back off here and there. These guys can also be very glitchy, where they'll just kind of stand in place like that little dude. So, just be aware. Have I ever gotten a really good ring from this quest? Yeah, I actually got one of the best rings I've ever seen from the quest. I got a tri-res. It was on my normal Amazon speedrun, I believe. It was like tri-res, and they were all like perfect res. And it had like plus life and some, I mean, it was insane. And it was like required level, you know, 12 or something. I mean, it was insane.
This blade shall pierce the heart of evil.
Hello from Brazil. Hello. Hope you're having a nice time. See what we got. All right, not great. But it does have 5 all-res, 9 MF, 8 to life, and 51 AR, 8 to minimum damage. I mean, it's not awful. If my other resistances were a little better, I'd probably consider it.
A gift for you. 21.
Because the AR is nice.
If we were drinkers, we would be legal.
That is true. Thank you, D2 Pilot. So it's worth a keep because, you know, like I say, you find a couple charms that are 30 all res and things like that, and next thing you know, you're good to go. Oh, nice. We got that guy dead. 2 boss groups right here. And once again, what are you noticing? Door. Right? We have barricaded this entire grouping from hitting us, so we can fight them 1 at a time, 2 at a time, and made our lives 1,000 times easier by doing so. The more that you learn to do this, the better your experience will be. That is hot. I do not have Haas on. No, I've just got a rhyme. We could probably fight some of this. I am also extremely aggressive in my play because I'm a speedrunner and I like being very aggressive in how I move. For you guys, I'd probably recommend playing a bit more cautiously. Teleporting into the unknown, not a recommended strategy. Will get you killed quite often. But now we can see this and we go, okay. This actually looks like an okay killing spot. And once again, I like to just leave TPs and things along the way because you never know, right? Plenty of times that, oh, you just died, didn't think you would, whatever. Way more helpful to be prepared like that. And you can also see how much work our 75% block chance is putting in as well, right? Like, I hope you guys are recognizing how strong our block chance is. So much mana burn. I wish I had some mana steal somewhere. Okay. They're getting a little too handsy there. We're just gonna run into here. And once again, you can see, okay, we've kind of got them on that leash zone, right? Where not all of them will attack. Maybe one of them will come and hang out with us. As long as we don't get too close to the boss. We can kind of keep a couple of them latched over here. And abuse the leash range a little bit. Just until it gets down to a slightly more manageable number. Where you go, yeah, I feel comfortable enough. Now let's fight. But without mana, this is definitely difficult. So I prefer this to TV. This is TV. Llama television. Does anybody watch TV anymore? Deal with that, man. It's like a car that won't start. I mean, a little bit. You can still do some stuff.
Yes.
You can still do some stuff. Nice. Always good to get your quest done as well, right? The Gade figurine. Very nice. Simple. Turn it in. Get yourself some life, right?
Well, yes.
Just watch TV for sports? True, I don't even really watch sports anymore, though. Boom, 20 more life. Who doesn't like that? Llama vision, that's right. And now you can see we've also almost leveled up again. Just by chilling, killing a couple random dudes. Just farming a couple bosses down in the lower cross there. Or the Flare dungeon. So now we can look around here, see if there's any bosses that we want to fight. I don't really want to fight Thrashers. Some champion birds don't seem too bad. Picking and choosing your monsters you fight is extremely important. Single Thrasher I don't mind near as much. Slow and steady wins the race, man. Might auras do not sound good to me. And that is just a lot of hell in there. We're just gonna reset that. I just don't even want to deal with all that. That is Ouchieville. Yes. That is Ouchtown.
Good to see you.
Population llama. And here you can see also the effects, right? Lose a lot of experience with it. So you do want to be careful. This is where, like I said, getting those levels in earlier, even if you come back. Why is everything Midora? Nah, I don't want to deal with Midora itchies hanging out. Is that a Haas? No. First death. Let's see what mob types we have here. Another mana burn, but other than that, looks fightable. What level are we? Are 58. So just want to work up, get 59 here. Like I said, all I personally need is 60 for when we get to Ancients. You guys, if you are level 60, right, or aiming for level 60, probably going to be in a tough spot. So just be careful doing that. And once again, things worth a lot of gold, or potentially worth a lot of gold. Great pickups. Need to be careful with the curse.
I was wondering why I didn't hear anything what Mr. Llama SC is talking. Just see his mouth moving. Seems like the audio was sub-only.
Didn't have
Thankfully,
the
Prime Sub did
sub-only audio. That's
Can
right.
I get the link to the sub-only chat now? Also, Dragonlore, give me some all-res PLZ.
Of course. DT Pilot, thank you. And Tish, thank you. Ooh, Foul Rune. Trying to think what I would actually want to make with a Foul Rune right now. Oaths ladder only, yeah. I mean, let's go ahead for guide purposes. I'm just gonna farm up a tiny bit, and then we can go and do what you guys should do in this situation. Oh, that's a minion. Cool. Make sure our holy shield is on. So let's finish this dude off really fast. Perfect.
I am overburdened.
All right, so you just found a foul rune. What should you do? Right, this is the first question that you have. Let me get my window capture up. Okay. I just found foul rune. What should I do? Diablo 2 rune words, right? Now you can go to diablo2.net. You can go to Diablo Wiki. I like the area at Summit. I think that's a good place for it, right? And then you can just come over, jump to the rune words, and then you have 3 sets of rune words: original, the 1.0, and the 1.11s. So your originals are where you're going to find a lot of the rune words that I would say you'll use at a lower level. This is where you're going to find, Ancient's Pledge and Black and Honor, right? A lot of these things. So you can even just look for foul. Lionheart is what I was thinking of, but I don't need a Lionheart. It is a very good armor, though. You get a lot of nice stats. You get plus to life and 30 all res. I actually really like Lionheart. And if I didn't have duress or something, I probably would have used this for that. That is the only foul rune in the original. Not a lot there, but Lionheart's not bad. If we go to the 1.0s, we've got Chaos, obviously can't do that. Famine, can't do that. Gloom, Foul Unpull, nothing I would really recommend. Kingslayer is actually super nice if you somehow get a goal rune. And a Mal and an I mean, not impossible runes to get. Will take a tiny bit of time, but you can see, of course, you get IAS, minus target defense, attack rate and crushing blow, open wounds. You get, 1 vengeance as well there. Forget that was on there. 30 IAS, 10 strength. It's not bad, right? You get good ED, 230 to 270. You get a nice big stick, which is what we talked about before, right? We want a big stick to hit dudes a lot. Helco Thol Ethfal, Obedience, actually probably the best thing on here, I would say. This is a fantastic mercenary item. 370% ED. I forgot Foul was a part of Obedience. 370 ED. You get the res. You get Crushing Blow. You get, look at that. 40% Crushing Blow. Strength and the res, blah, blah, blah. Chance to cast level 21 enchant for added fire damage, minus fire res. Like, it's got so many good things, but this is really like, you put this into a big stick and you can do a lot of damage. So Obedience is actually very, very, very nice. And I would say this is probably your best use for it, if not making a Lionheart. That would be my assumption. And then you're not really going to use Foul rune here. Yeah, there's nothing with Foul. So you could also save it up to try and get to Lemrune if you really wanted. So you can eventually go for that Treachery or something. But Lionheart and Obedience, probably your 2 best things, with I would say leaning towards Obedience. You still have to get the Co and stuff, but not bad. So that's kind of my thought process when I get a rune like that and I go, I don't exactly know the best use of that rune in the current moment, you know? And for me, I don't really feel like there is a best use for it currently, as I don't have a co-rune. I don't have anything set towards Obedience. I could go and farm for some of those, right? Do some of those Hell Countess runs. We saw that this character was pretty decent at Hell Countess, actually. And so that would be a thing that I'd probably consider doing if I was going to like really play through and wanted to have my mercenary for a lot of it and all of that stuff. Continue forward. Do Hell. Hell Countess a few times. If I get that Korun stuff, maybe go do some of the Nightmare Countess, whatever I need for like the Hell rune, figure it out. Could also do lower Kurast runs if you wanted. For some of the stuff, like, Yeah, there's definitely some ideas for how you want to get there, right? Yeah, I do not want to give up my shield. So I would not want to use obedience. That's more of like a charged in, right? You can have a two-handed charger, which is its own build. That's fun, but let's get more CB. We actually have pretty good CB. Our crushing blow is actually pretty solid right now with the 40 or 30. No, it's only 15. That's right. It is only 15. I thought it was 30 for some reason. My bad. So yeah, we actually do have a low crushing blow. But that's okay still. Like 15%. Remember, we're attacking 5 times there. Yeah, all of them aren't always hitting, but I feel like the character gets enough hits off and enough crushing blow. Oh, so close. Will I do a charger build? Maybe sometime. Yeah, Guillaume's face would be amazing. Gorefoot's would be obviously fantastic gloves. Or boots, I mean. Excuse me. I can always make a strength whenever I want, but I would use that probably only for a boss. Not really using that anywhere else. Goblin toes have the highest crushing blow in the game, but not as good of other options as like Gorefoot's. So Gorefoot's is best in slot boot, really. Yes, Hammerden is still a thing these days. Hammerden is still the best. Perfect.
For you.
I'm Bach.
Hi, Bach. I'm Llama. Thank you. All right. Looking good. Level 59. And a good idea also when you're running around is to put your salvation on. Then you just run around with max res. It's kind of a like helpful thing. So if you get hit with lightnings and things like that, your character's strong. No, you're not going to get life leech for all of the damage you deal with a crushing blow. You could do vigor for running, but we already talked a little bit about why we don't have vigor currently, because we're level 59 and there's more important things to put our skills in. Why is Gorefoot best in slot? I mean, you know, maybe someone wants to argue like, oh, I'd rather have all the life from water walks, whatever. But Gorefoot gives you that crushing blow, and you also get fast run walk and things like that. Whereas something like Goblin Toe is just crushing blow. So it's just really nice to get, you know, once again, having extra crushing blow is always like a solid thing on this character. Have we talked about Mercenaries? Yeah, we just don't have a Mercenary right now because he would die instantly to the Travincle. Oh, am I saying Gorefoot? No, I said Gore Rider. Did I say Gorefoot? Bruh, excuse me. Don't put Gorefoots on. Happy Monday. Okay, so we're really just gonna try and fight these guys like one at a time. Remember, they can all heal each other, so it's actually super annoying. So you need to kind of get them separated off. You'll notice they also have a leash. So if we can get, it's all just minions right now. Cool. Okay, so we got a boss. Not exactly ideal. Fire enchant, light enchant, cursed. It's a pretty horrible combination. But if we can get him purely by himself, We'll make it work. Looks like we can. Oh, no, we can't. I thought that was him.
Fresh meat.
Good boy. Thorin, thank you. This is not ideal. We got 5 of them over there, so I'm actually just gonna leave that area and head back this way, as there's gonna be more over there. Yeah, we could do a imbue quest on a plated belt. That would be definitely something to, you know, replace my belt. But like I had talked about before, let's say I really want to go get a good belt. I have got good fire res, and let's pretend like I just didn't care at all for any more. Boom, 97 to life. I mean, literally. Right? It's absurd, you know. You just go back and forth. You can find nice runwalk boots. You can find high life on that. Like it's very simple.
How may I help you?
And super nice. You can find a lot of good things just by checking there. You can get 20 IAS gloves, all sorts of stuff. Okay, we've got a jewel. We've got a P ruby. I don't have a Neph rune. I need a Neph rune if I want to craft. Okay, let's see if we can get some other separation. Okay, here's another minion dude. I don't really want to fight, as he's got a bunch of dudes with him. So we're just gonna dip up in here, heal ourselves, and do the same thing. And now we should have ourselves just one guy to fight. He's cold, fire, light enchant. Kind of disgusting. Will I die to his death explosion? Most likely. Maybe I can try and let my open wounds kill him. Not gonna happen. Oh, okay, we're good. But that is one of the ways, right? You try and drag off a boss. If you can drag one boss, if you can drag multiple bosses, whatever it is, you know, just try and isolate in some way. Now, you might just be strong enough as well where you can go in and you can just fight him a lot easier. And if that's so, then do that, honestly, right? Like, this is once again for if your character is a little bit weaker. This is kind of how you have to do it a lot of times. But we are now also at the point of beauty, which is... That's right, chat. Mephisto running! Some of people's favorite thing to do. You get yourself a gorgeous waypoint. And then you can farm yourself a really nice map if you want it. Just by quitting, changing difficulties, coming back. That's if you would like. You can farm until it's immediately to the left of your waypoint. Left from the way you or the way it's facing. And then you can just farm Mephisto over and over again. And if you go and look at Mephisto's drop table, woo, you are going to be in for a treat, my friends. You'll be like, this is what I'm talking about. Because it is truly a gorgeous, gorgeous loot table. You're going to drop pretty much everything that you would want will drop by Hell Mephisto. No lie. Now, you're not going to get, you know, a Griffins or Windforce, that sort of stuff, but anything you need to make this character half, you know, half budget, decent, whatever, and more. Yeah, you can get Arachnid's Mesh there. I mean, it's you can get everything just about. A lot of good things besides those TC-87s. So you won't get like COA, but... And this is also why it's sometimes good to reset the maps, because sometimes the maps are just like this. They're just complete garbage. Haz, Shaco, oh yeah, all the goods. All the good stuff. Windforce Paladin, woo! New meta. What a map. What do I think of a tier list for items in D2? I think there's a lot of items in D2. Also, situational is a lot of times a factor. There we go, right in the middle. Actually, not a terrible farming map. Not terrible. So, we push forward. And we fight into the sky, thank you. And once again, you can sit here and whack a doodle on the guy, or you can go into a little bit of smiting and just get some of your crushing blow off first. Why not? 1 point wonder. It's a gorgeous sound. Looks like my paladin's kicking him. That's exactly what's happening. Okay. Holy shield wore off. So this is also a great place to upgrade your weapon. This is a 5 open socket nout. This is a great place to upgrade your weapon. Now remember, you don't want to let Mephisto get too close to those guys that'll heal him, which is why I like to teleport over the middle and then keep a little distance. Also, a lot of times there's some ghoul lords and stuff in the back, and so you don't really want to go too far back. So if you can stay within like this area right here, that's usually really good for your character. Ah, nothing good. Disappointing. Now there is a super chest right back here. So if you pop this bad boy, that's a super chest. Can drop up to like a, I think any rune might even be able to drop from there. There's an armor stash over here, which can drop you some nice stuff. There's a spiderweb sash. I mean, heyo. Get ourselves an arachnid. I don't think a rat can actually drop off a chest or off a rack, but that's okay. In fact, I know it can't. You know, but hey, look at that. Give yourselves the clap. You have now completed act numero 3. And yeah, you know what? If you want, we can imbue this, assuming this is bad. Let's actually check this sash first. It's actually not horrible. 24 hit recovery, 7 strength, 10 life, 9 fire res. Really not that bad. We'll go ahead and imbue this bad boy. 49 to life, 11 fire res, and 24 hit recovery. Hey, you know what? That's better than 2020. We will take it. Do I recommend going and using your imbue quest on a random sash? Probably not. But, you know, we will. Depends how far you want to take the character. For me, this character ends once we get to the end of this run. So, you know, for you, you probably want to save it for when you're a higher level, because higher level imbues are better. And you use it on like some cool circlet or, you know, some stuff like that. Yeah, the belt has decent stats on it though. Decent stats for sure. Okay, so I'm not gonna fight a ton in Act 4 here. Act 4 actually really starts to get pretty deadly. So you really gotta be careful with how much you're fighting. And there's a lot of like those dudes mana burn and stuff, which just sucks. Here's where we run around with salvation, because there could be souls in the Plains of Despair. And remember, we don't like souls. Nakamano, thank you very much for the sub. Souls for us are a no-go. So sometimes you might just like say, I'm just gonna save quit there and reset and try and go back until you don't get souls. Other times, especially if you want to fight Isual, you know, run around with, you can reset, or you can run around and just have salvation on. Just a nice running aura. Not looking like anything down here. All right. Now I don't look cool without all my Saigons. It is true. I am missing the cool look of all the Saigons. This is a true point. Let's make sure it's not over here. It's not. There we go. Okay, so now I can go back. Your mama, thank you.
Your Mama Loves Me 68 gifted a tier 1 sub to Valcel.
Very sweet of you.
They have given 144 gift subs in the channel.
So one thing I always like to also try and remember here or think about is isolating Isual as best as I can. So if I can get Isual, right, once we find him. Ooh, combat shrine, that'll be helpful. If I can find Isual and then try and drag all those other monsters a little bit away and then get in on him, that can always be helpful. So there's Isual. So let's get these guys. There's not really too much over here. Just a couple of these. It's really not that terrible.
A gift for you.
Thank you, Unbear. Make sure we have a little mana. Try and take out these Doomcasters if we can.
A gift for you. Hey Llama, when do we get a Pluggy Sarge Summon Necromancer guided playthrough?
Pluggy Hell. We have a Summon Necro guided playthrough. And there you go. I mean, really not too bad. And you get to kill Mr. Isual. Isual's just tanky, really. I mean, he does a little bit of damage. But for the most part, he's just a big tanky boy. This run going smooth. I mean, Zealot's just a smooth guy. To be honest. That's it. Zealot is just a smooth guy. Pick up our 2 skills. Put them into sacrifice. What haven't I done a guide for? I mean, we have a lot of guided playthroughs. There's still plenty to, you know, that can be done. But, you know, I mean, we're not, for being only level 59 and not taking the time to farm Mephisto and Dariel and do all that stuff. So once again, do you want to take your time to fight your way in? You totally can. I choose the lazy route.
fresh meat.
Your Mama Loves Me 68 gifted a tier 1 sub to Jeremy069.
Thanks,
They
your
have given
mama.
145 gift subs in the channel.
Now, at this point, you can also... Ooh, that's not fun with the extra fast there. At this point, you can also look to kind of clear some space for yourself. So, one of the things I like to do in the Chaos Sanctuary is first create a pocket of safety, and then additionally drag away unwanted monsters I just don't want to deal with. Should have got that teleport off. A little lame. We'll drag these guys back to here. Pocket of safety. Perfect. Okay. And now we've kind of got a little bit of that safety going. Okay, now once again, I'm not a giant fan of this right here. This is where I want my pocket of safety to be. But having an extra fast man group over here really hurts, as it's very difficult to get them away, right? He doesn't chase very often. It looks like we might have a leash break though, which is actually pretty helpful for us. Okay. So now we've built a little bit more of that pocket of safety. It's not perfect yet. It's clicking to go in there, but this is going to be the hardest area in the game for us for sure. Here's multi-shot. Okay, perfect.
What do you need?
Yeah, I'll probably do Magic Legends. And let's repair. And so just clearing this space. And remember, use whatever you can to your advantage. I don't want to grab that combat shrine currently because he'll just knock it off. Took so many full rejuves here. Yeah, I mean, it's a tough area for sure. Now, I don't want to go too far away. So if he really wants to go that far away, I'm not going to go out there with him. Yeah, we can save that combat shrine for Diablo or just anywhere. But here's really that, like, let's fight
After
just a
watching
couple
40+
monsters at a
hours
time.
of guided playthroughs on YouTube, I finally get to see some action live.
Welcome over. We're just clearing a little bit of the space for us. And if you ever get a Chaos Sanctuary that is too awful. Oh, really, Harvick? Oh, that's lame. If you ever get a Chaos that is just stuffed with awful monsters and all of these things, and you get, you know, physical immune spawns on your Infector and all this stuff, sometimes just resetting it is the best thing to do. Just simply resetting the area, not dealing with all of the garbage, can just be the best answer. What if Jarun drops here? Well, look at all the rune words for a Jaw and decide which one you want to make. You'll probably need something else nice, though, to go with it. So there you go. We've cleared out Infector's area. Now I can either fight Infector right there, or I can start to kind of make my way back up this way. That guy is just going to be a pain in our butt this entire time, but I need to probably get him cleared off before I do anything else. So here we're just dragging some monsters down that we wish to fight. And we're just slow clearing, right? From right to left, you can go either way. We're just slow clearing the map and clearing out some of those pockets. And if we can get another pocket up top, then we don't have to clear everything out, but you know. This character's good enough that you can really clear a lot and be just fine, right? It's just, will you go slow enough is kind of always the question. Are you patient enough? We did a gear check at the beginning there. But yeah, you should be able to see my gear on exclamation mark gear if you're curious where it's at now. Okay. Three more to come this way.
A gift for you.
Feeling good today. Bought
Nice.
some new jammies and crafting stuff. Rip timer lol.
Yeah, rip timer. That's okay.
Join my army of the dead.
Heck, Diablo gives slightly more than twice the experience of Isual. With a short distance from the waypoint to Isual, do you think is better to farm for the 99 grind than going through the Chaos Sanctuary?
No, because Isual is a much lower level, so you have to remember the level penalty. This guy is just going to be the biggest pain in my rump ever. I might just smite him, honestly. Lock him up with smite.
Fresh meat.
And this is the glory of smite. Thank you, Funk. If somebody's really just a giant pain, smite's a very good skill. Smite is a very good skill. Honestly, a full smiter playthrough would actually be interesting. But against these guys who move around a ton, I would actually say smiting might just be the best thing. Once again, 1 point wonder. Have it. And, you know, save it for those instances. So here we actually have a clear area. So we can actually look at doing this. Bringing these guys around here so they won't interfere with us. And then we can pop this seal. So once again, creating safety. Always important for this character. Let's drag this guy over here. Another mage. How do you build a smiter tree-wise? You max out fanaticism, smite, and holy shield. Not my favorite. And we can once again always just play with the leash, right? Play with the leash. Great way to just get a lot of damage off. We've got another mage over here that I do want to get rid of. I want to make sure I don't go too far to the left, because if I go too far to the left, I'm going to aggro all of those monsters that I wanted to drag away, right? Just bring them around here, because I love my viewers. It's true, I do. Okay, looks like these guys want to fight. They're gonna break leash and come fighting. But breaking leash is also good for us because they no longer get fanaticism, which is very helpful. Did I do a Smiter playthrough? We don't have a Smiter playthrough yet, but that would be one to consider. What did I say about Iron Maiden? Iron Maiden is no longer in the Chaos Sanctuary. That was removed a long time ago.
Fresh meat.
Your mama with 5 gifted subs. Goodness gracious. Thank you very much. Okay, are these guys gonna break as well? It looks like they're all breaking leash. Which once again is good for us. Because we can fight 3 of them at a time over here. We don't have to worry about the fanaticism.
I am overburdened.
Very good for us.
A gift for you.
What is
Okay.
your favorite Iron
Sure.
Maiden song?
I can't carry
Ignore that. You saw nothing. I don't know. Instant karma, I guess so. Very good for us. I shouldn't have said it. Hey maid, how you doing? I shouldn't have said it.
What do you
That was my own fault. Never test the gods. Okay, we get over here, and I'm going to get this guy separated off, and then we'll kill him. And we got one more minion, and then we can go kill this ace. Perfect. Did we say dual enchants are good? There's some bugs in this game around dual enchants. Let's drag him this way. Smiting on a zealot build? Why not? 1 point wonder. It's like, are you not allowed to use static on a cold source? Of course you are, don't be silly. Jesus. Alright, let's put on salvation. Oh, trying to find the dead spot. I just don't know if I can. Yeah, the conviction aura does not help here. Oh, double enchants in this game are insane. Okay, and now we're gonna have to fight a couple of these guys. Use frozen orb? Yeah. Are they tweaking that in D2R? I think they're looking at tweaking that. Goodbye current level experience? Yeah. Don't I want to hire my mercenary? He will die in an instant to this. It'll be such a fast death. No, I'm so sad they came over. I actually had a nice dead spot. Half dead. It's okay. We got him dead. For some reason, Smite was just proccing it in a way worse way. But we're actually handling it perfectly fine with Zeal here. Just approach him from this left side. The bolts go around us. Easy. Not even any damage. Ooh, nice. Big life. 49 life, 28 light res. There you go. So we got another amazing thing there for us, but I'm going to really enjoy all that light res there. Very helpful. Death Knell with the T2. Thank you so much. Like old D2. Okay, so again, we're gonna do try and probably drag some stuff away here. Oh Jesus! Oh no no no! All right, so let's go in and drag some stuff away. I just didn't want to be patient. Once again, you can be very patient there. We now have another zone that can be a dead zone, right? What was that? That was llama praying and not getting lucky. I wanted to go get that back seal, but we're gonna lose all our experience here for sure. That's fine. Let's drop a TP a little closer. And let's grab some dudes and start moving them. We need more of you guys from up here. Okay. Perfect. I don't like those extra fast there. Okay. So we're making space for ourselves. Softcore strats. And we will drag these guys up here. Yeah, those extra fast dudes were always a problem. Always a problem. Okay, and now we can move this TP up here. And this is how we can kind of ladder ourselves up to where we want to be. Always just making sure we're grabbing the monsters that we need to grab here to drag them over. Ooh, the damage is a lot. So many. How so many? Make sure you don't run out of TPs. Lot of Oblivion Knights in here. That was not a good place to lose my body. I should have gone slow. You are right now witnessing what happens when you try and rush it and you don't get lucky with your map. You get exactly this. This is all the punishment I deserve. Reset map? Nah, we're good. We're just gonna have to drag them a couple times. We're good. This is llama being greedy. Happens. Yeah. Too much to crep. Okay. Bring these guys over this way. Guys, remember, we can still fill up all of this area over here. It's just so much density in here, it's insane. So much. It's like 40 Oblivion Knights. Too much to crip a fight. Okay. I just need some access to my body. Perfect. Perfect dish. Okay. So we clear this, bring these guys down. once again, remember how we talked about creating a safe place? We do just that. Right? This is a game of safe places. Am I not gonna kill them? Not all those guys. Forget that garbage. I gotta deal with this. I gotta create my pocket. In the chaos in a lot of these kinds of areas, creating your safety square is one of the most important things you can do. Aura enchanted. Must be blessed aim. Right? We fight one guy at a time, two guys at a time. Get him, bring him over. What up? Yeah, I have an honor in my flail. Or my knout, I should say. Okay. And again, I just want to get rid of this. Just want that one guy to come up here. I don't know if he will. Alright, we'll spawn. Ooh, extra fast. Kill Grand Vizier really quick. Okay. You have to go exclamation mark gear currently. D1 strats at play. Honestly, yes. It's very reminiscent of Diablo 1 strats. If you try and fight everything, you're screwed. I think you convinced me not to play Zealot. Once again, remember, I'm level 59 in the Hell Chaos. So, you know. Don't forget that. So we'll run around here, and we're gonna TP through the middle, as we know we have a safe place there. We know we have safety all over here. And so this is where we can get this shrine. And now we just need to get Infector dead. And he is immune to physical. I had a bad feeling about that. Alright. Oh, I didn't set TP over there. Oof, that's actually really bad. I thought I did. Immune to physical is not gonna be good. Alright. Well, we have a new problem to figure out. Let's get not Infector. We need to break Infector off in the reverse way. So we need to get him down here. Okay. He might not be joining us. Okay. He is. Perfect. Okay. Good, good, good. All right, so we've broken him in half right now, which is good. We're still gonna have to figure out how to deal with him later. With the physical immune, we can try out some stuff, but it's not gonna be fun. Okay. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna once again create our safe space by getting rid of everything else. Because if we're fighting just Infector and he's physical immune, it's gonna be a lot. Amp damage can break physical immunes, yes. Okay, we'll also put our light or our fire res back on. We have some cold damage.
Hail to you, champion.
Now, obviously, yeah, I mean, there's a few different things. So let's take a look and see if we've got anything that's gonna help us in here. Doesn't look like it. So, first, let's get him alone. Be very slow. Okay. We're just inching.
I am overburdened.
Okay. Inching down and fighting one at a time. Two at a time is not going to be ideal. Might be too much. We'll have to make it work. No! Can't see my body. Oof. They are very strong. This is a very strong wave. Like, I do not like picking up more of these guys. Slow and steady. How many points in Zealot's next? The nice thing is we can help them bleed out a little bit. Death, yeah. Alright, let's go get some health pots.
What do you need?
Oh boy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Welcome to D2, man. And they help me bleed out as well, exactly. It's give and take. Help each other. True. Salvation, probably not a horrible idea there. Not a horrible idea. Stack fire res? Yeah, I don't have any more fire res to stack on. I guess getting a helm and shoving a Row rune into it would work. But yeah, so we could just run Salvation here. It's a little slower. That was probably the better move, though. Right. Probably the better move. How was the 8-person speedrun? It was good. We ran it a little thin. Didn't fully work out in the end. But it was good practice. Do we have Malone yet? Or is there one more? Ooh, there's one more. All right, come on. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's not an ideal situation that we've run into. It is not at all. He's also multi-shot. Yep. So we're probably gonna have to run salvation. Okay, let's kill this guy. Yeah, he's physical immune. And that is the big issue. So we'll have to look into some form of other damage. Oh boy. Let's go ahead and get a mercenary. Let's go ahead and bug the mercenary. Yeah, we're 59. And let's do some thoughts and prayers. There's not a lot of other damage. Jesus. He's also stone. Oh yeah, he's stone skinned because he's gonna be immune to physical. I mean, this is about as worst case scenario as you're gonna get on him. You cannot drag him out of the chaos to spawn Diablo. He has to die, by the way. This is about as worst case scenario as you're gonna get. Still some potential for working. I mean, swapping out my mercenary entirely to an Act 3 merc, they don't even really do that much damage. It's like so sad. He won't heal with poison damage on. Also, I'm pretty sure I have Prevent Monster Heal, and I hit him already with it, and so that should keep him from healing as well, right? Yeah, he's also Spectral Hit, so he's got high res, of course, you know. How's everyone's day?
A gift for you.
Pooty,
Snack, snack,
thank
snack,
you.
snack,
So yeah, sometimes you just draw short end of the stick, you get the immune to physical. It is possible to kill them. It's not great though. You gotta double team them a little bit. Is this Diablo at its best or its worst? You know, I think this is Diablo at its best. And some people might say, Belema, you're crazy. This is horrible. But I would say, a game that you can't just steamroll completely, and you have to come up with creative solutions, getting all of his minions off of him to kill all of the minions so I can get him completely soloed so that I can stun lock him to get a mercenary to have some elemental and poison damage to prevent his regen. Like, obviously this current piece of it is boring. Oh god. Right? But that is just like this current piece, because this is the final piece. The whole piece before to getting to it is the exciting part.
In the backyard, read a book,
wait, what?
and then started watching your stream.
Hold on, wait, what?
Creative pounding.
And that's the thing. It's not this piece that's the exciting part. It's the fact that immunities suck. And not in a way that immunities need to be removed from the game, in a way that immunities are difficult. And they make you go, crap, I gotta really come up with some other way to deal with this. So the journey to getting to this point, I really loved. A lot of problem solving. Because like I said, this is gonna be a worst case scenario sort of thing. He's physical immune. On the last boss, what do? Do you reset the entire chaos? If you want to. But did I get rid of my CM? Wait, what's my CM? A smart person resets the map, then they have to do the entire chaos all over again. Run an ad break for everybody.
Modern problems require modern solutions, even if they are very slow.
At the start of it, probably would have been better. Yeah, I mean, I'm not really damaging him with Holy Shield, so I don't even know if I need to really do Holy Shield. How do you deal with immunities in general? I mean, this is how I'm dealing with this physical immune. Most of the time I just avoid them though. You don't have to fight them. And some people say, oh, skip, that's lame. But like, to run past them and skip them can be difficult a lot of times. It's not like you just go, oh, I'll just skip them and then that's it. Never caught live? Welcome over, Tats. Waiting for COVID to be over, right? Feel that. Lord DeSace won't be physical immune. Only Infector and Visitor, correct.
Infector is in the corner stuttering and you just keep beating him. In the eyes of some, he should have a restraining order on you.
Wow. Did you know more? How do I get signed up? I thought I wouldn't qualify. I thought we're only doing type 1 and 2 or A and B or whatever right now. If you don't like this, you don't like Diablo 2. Easy. First try. Look at that. 15 all res, 13 dex, 8 to energy. It's actually a really solid amulet. Actually really solid. I mean, my fire res definitely takes a hit. Really good for the other resistances. That's one that you can definitely consider, like, keeping around for sure for later. All right. Let's go, Mr. Diablo. That's even your real name. Remember, you can stand close to him, and then his lightning won't hit you. It just goes right over the head. I mean, look at where that beam starts. It's insanely far back. Oh boy. But if you are low life, you might run away a little bit. I don't want him to hit my mercenary with his fire like that. Oh no, he got him. Rip. This is just Diablo's minion. An infector was Diablo. I mean, physical immunes are, why does the breath get nerfed at higher difficulties? Once again, another accident of the coders. So they increased the length of the beam at the higher levels. Yeah, we'll just go in and out. They increased the length of the beam, but by doing so, it also increased the starting point of where the beam starts. So. I've got boots. Easy. And I mean, that was what it was gonna be, man. It's tough. Now you can go and collect all your bodies. And a lot of the bodies will have a little bit of experience on them if you died with some experience. So, yeah, we got up to like 59.5. Give yourselves the clap. You are now complete through Act 4 Hell. GG. Remember, we don't shop in Act 5 yet because it's very expensive. We come back to Act 4 first, and we shop here. Do that. Do this. And remember, we do need level 60, so there's two ways. One, we just do it at Eldritch. Two, we go farm it somewhere else earlier. We can go see how Eldritch is, if it feels like it's possible, if he's too difficult, whatever not. And then make a decision from there. But as we've done in Normal and Nightmare, Eldritch farming is always really nice. You can also look at killing some birds on a ramp. But they do have fanaticism, which is not fun.
Thanks for the content.
Thank you.
My pappy had the clap. Said he got it overseas while on leave from the Marines.
That makes sense. Ooh, a Scourge. That would have been nice to find unique. So, you know, if you want to kill some things on the way up there, feel free. And there can be some really nasty minions in the Bloody Foothills as well. Or just mob types. So if you get some like horrible ones like Skelly Archers and Quill Rats and what, you know, whatever. This can be a nice way to do whatever. Skip monsters till ancients. Am I skipping monsters? I'm not skipping stuff. I'm killing all sorts of things. Look at this. This is actually a very nice setup with the birds and the imps. So. We are 59, just need to get our 60 for ancients. Got our boss group here if we want to fight it. Ooh, we got a bird boss over here. Let's go to the stairs. We'll get a barb in front of us as well. What up, Pez? How you doing? Happy to see you here. Okay, let's see if we can drag a couple of these guys over. Ooh, Holy Freeze. We'll skip past it. I don't want Holy Freeze. Let's kill some birds. Might not even need Eldritch. Cool. Yeah, the barbs keep moving forward, so you can create a little army of them. Help you out. They'll tank a little bit. Rip. Poor barbs. Yeah, bro just stood there and died. We didn't say they're the smartest. No, I'm pretty sure they steal my experience when they kill things. They're softcore barbs? Oh, okay. Well, that's good. We're all good then. Okay, we will deal with Shank. But let's get the waypoint first, because safety. They are barbarians after all, it's true. I don't think they were known for their above average intelligence. They did invent the wheel. Was that the barbarians or the Neanderthals? PT had nothing to do with the wheel. Thank you, Dad. New D4 class, Neanderthal. I like it. I'm just waiting for them to introduce the llama herder into Diablo 4. Whoa, my man teleported far. Cool. That's the real summons we want, right? That's what I'm gonna make. Alright, let's see what we got. No Might Auras, no Mana Burn. Cool. Gold Enchanted. So once again, like I said, as in normal, as is Nightmare, and beyond. Farming Eldritch is just your classic good farm spot. That's just the place to go, man.
New silly challenge. You have to make sure that all the barbarians survive, and that they all make it at least to Shank.
Seems
You
fun.
can use Pluggy, but not exceed level 25 before you begin the challenge.
What? No, level 25. Perfect. And so now... No, we aren't going to do cows. This character will get murdered in cows. Now we do what we've always done. Run! And for you, as always, go as fast or as slow as you want through it. It's always the best advice I can give is if you're a speedrunner, you can move that booty, get over there. If you feel more comfortable just killing stuff along the way and you have more fun doing that, do that. Especially if you've built up a character with, like, you know, better than 2700 attack rating. I mean, even there, it's still like not even 4K. It's pretty bad. Add in my way under level, and yeah, you're gonna have not the greatest time hitting things. You know, I would totally do a value point in Vigor if it wasn't 4 points to get to Vigor. Let's do this and drop a couple juvies in there. You got Angelics? Oh, so nice. So jealous. Such a nice attack rating boost. Yeah, Tirhan should be nice. Just to get the vigor. How do you get more AR? Is it just on gear? I mean, yeah, pretty much. You can put a little, some points into dexterity to get some, but you can see I'm already running max block. I guess 74% now. I'm already running 74% block, and so I wouldn't want to keep dumping points, any more points in dexterity beyond that. So, you know, like, which Act 2 Merc has might? Offensive. Am I getting enough sleep? Yeah, I just yawn a lot. Oh boy, I don't like infidels and snakes. It's a very bad setup for us. They're so fast! Jesus. And what do we like to do? We always like to get ourselves a safety checkpoint if we can. So I am going to try and get a waypoint out in the frozen tundra. We'll just run back and forth. Somebody wants to put botted in a pole arm? Yeah, gear is your definite best bet for attack rating. Gear and charms. There's actually, you can get a lot of nice, you know, like some grand charms with like 136 AR or whatever, stuff like that. That can be really nice. This is salvation. Maxes out my res. Or gives you a lot of res. 60 res for 1 point. Where's our checkpoint? waypoint. I actually like it when it's right at the end. I mean, it's always tough to say how much AR is enough because it also depends on your level. So this is a nice frozen tundra. This means I don't really feel like I need to get the Ancient's waypoint because this is pretty much right there, right? Like, that is my Ancient's waypoint, essentially. Ugh. And now we head towards Ancients, who, you know, for our characters should not be too bad. Now, there's a lot of mods that can spawn on the Ancients, and so ones that we really don't want. We do not want, make sure you repair, by the way, before you start. Yeah, holy shield's out. We do not want anything that is like Holy Freeze, Fanaticism, Might. Those three I'm probably always just going to say I don't want those. Let's go swap back to this. So instantly I'd say knock those three out. Cold Enchant is fine because we can deal with it. Fire Enchant is not bad. Light Enchant, if we get like multi-stacks of those, we might have to be careful and might re-roll out of it. Extra Strong can be dangerous. Cursed can be dangerous. Stone Skin, if it makes them completely immune, can be just a complete no-go. So, you know, we'll have to take a look. Hey, Kylie. At that stuff. Stuff that we are kind of okay. Yeah, we heard your joke. Teleport's not really going to be that bad for us. We'll be fine with, you know, one of those like colds or fires or lights on those sorts of things. A stone skin, maybe on like Maddock or something. Like I say, if it doesn't make them fizz immune, is, you know, not the greatest, but probably okay. Spectral hits, probably fine. Magic resistant is going to be fine. Blessed Aim Aura, not the worst. Extra fast is, as long as it's not on Talic, I'd probably be okay with it. So that's kind of how I'm looking right there. Now, something I like to do, this character shouldn't need this, but we can go ahead and prep by just putting a couple potions into our cube, just to have a little more space. Let's swap this out, do this, fill these up, and now we can just start trying to farm a good group. So there's Lightning, Cold Enchant, Teleport, Curse. Yeah, I don't really want to deal with that. Mana Burn I don't want really as well. That's fine. Fire Enchant, Teleport. Mana Burn, Cursed. Cursed Extra Strong. Don't want Cursed Extra Strong. You can see why. Took too long to see. Yeah. That took a little too long to see what it was. Unfortunately, I didn't get it off in time. I'll try and run back. We might not be able to. There's quill rats down here, and they can be pretty aggressive. Yeah. Okay, so we'll just reset it. That's fine. All good. I don't really need my mercenary here. He can be like a little help, but game's making my point for me. Exactly. This is what happens if you have Cursed Extra Strong. They just kill you.
Join my army of the dead.
My little old dog is 14 and has bad tooths. As an individual who absorbed
Pretty
an
quick
entire
deaths,
block
yeah.
of fudge and chugged a bottle of olives I marshmallows, you have experience with similar problems.
I do.
Any suggestions for the little guy?
Nah, he's probably just gotta deal with it. It's just the life of an olive-eaten doggo. Oof. It's nasty damage in there. There's some nasty mobs also in the Ancient's Way. These are some pretty bad ones. Pike women are really, really nasty. They hit super fast. And Death Lords obviously are never a fun mob. Oh god. Woo!
Fresh meat.
JW, thank you. Appreciate that. Alright. Like I say, this character honestly should have no issues in here whatsoever.
I taught my wolf to meditate, and now it's a werewolf.
Okay, this is probably alright. So what I'm going to try and do first is try and separate them off, right? So I want to get just one of them over here first. I got two, which means if we go down here, we have our single. And this is also where, of course, we can use our smite, try and get some of our crushing blow. Now, Stone Skin is gonna suck a little bit. It's just the name of the game. Fake Zealot? Like I said, if I'm a cold source, can I not use static? No. It's 1 point wonder time, baby.
Here we go again, guys. Grab your popcorn. We are in for a ride.
I mean, it's faster than trying to kill a physical immune, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. So when I stand right here, like we talked about, I think in Nightmare, he won't spin on me when we're in this exact setup like this. We could do a life tap wand if we wanted a life tap wand, but I don't feel like a life tap wand is fully necessary here. And that could be fine, corner, could be fun.
If you powdered up your pimp hand before slapping him, it might do a tad bit more damage.
It's a good call. I mean, this is what happens if we try and zeal him. Trying to zeal Stone Skin. Better to just smite. If he was mana burn, we would re-roll him. Oh god, don't break our weapon. This was my one concern. That was my one concern. Top right, you can see. Punch Zealot, Hell Run. Let's go, baby. Swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. Look at this Zealot doing Zealot things. Easy. This is where making a strength would have also been not a bad idea. Just have the strength, bring it in for this. Very much Mariaka. And do the quest that can give them to you. Alright, so he is fire enchanted. So he will have a big explosion. I'm gonna pop this on. Pray that's enough. Oh, don't kill me. $85 fire res.
Fresh meat.
Oh,
Your Mama
perfect.
Loves Me 68 gifted a tier 1 sub to Omar Sinan 1.
Zero
They have given
durability.
151
Oh, Jesus.
gift subs in the channel.
Thank you. Now I'm gonna teach you guys a little tricky trick. Until you use a broken weapon when you are smiting, your weapon will not actually break. So the second I zeal with it, oh god. We will be screwed. We were lucky. Still not broken. Is he also stone skin? Oh my god, he is. I couldn't read it. I just saw the magic resistance. Alright, well don't roll 2 stone skins like dumb llama. You just gotta do what you gotta do, Dark Ninja. Really, very poor choices. This would have been so much faster if I didn't roll stone skins. Roll 3 stone skins instead. Nah, this dude's not gonna explode. There's no fire enchant, just magic resistant, which is probably the best mod that we can roll, to be honest. Yeah, stone skin is, it takes a little bit to break through. But at the very least, this shows you it can still be not bad. Right? Like, this isn't difficult. Hell Ancient's one of the hardest places in the game for many characters. Really a breeze for this character and for just all paladins because of that. Now, unfortunately, we are going to have to finish him off with our smite. Which could be a little difficult. We'll see how it goes. This is just time consuming. Well, once again, I rolled double stone skin. I did not see the first mod. A little hard to read. Do I have enough mana for them? We'll figure
There's
it
a
out.
pound there and a pound
Probably
there.
not.
They're a pound here, pound. Every dude gets a pound.
The nice thing is, Madoc is going to require very little mana. The bad news is, we might have no mana left for Madoc. Like, actually 0. Yeah, and we don't have a weapon, exactly. Put some in the queue, we already did it. Yo! Ryan!
Been watching for a while. Great entertainment. Thanks a lot.
Really did not expect us to need this much mana. I didn't think it was 2 stone skins. Thank you so much for the 75. Oh god. Oh, so many health pots. It's alright, we got mana regen. But Holy Shield is gonna take a while, so. He's dual enchanted. Oh, it's good stuff.
At your service.
Good old dual enchant.
Good afternoon.
What a guided playthrough. Love to see it. Alright, let's put a couple potions away. Let's make sure we get some mana potions in there. How to waste 30 minutes. It's a great guided playthrough. Oh jeez.
Join my army of the dead.
You really let everyone down there with that one Dr. Llama.
I didn't expect them both. Again, we got the dual enchant and the double stone skins, and very, very poor. Did not work well for us. Alright, well, if you're on YouTube, I hope you skipped forward past all of that. That's just, I was hitting escape. I don't know why that didn't happen. Man, I mean, it's so easy to smite through there. It's going well for a guided playthrough, let me tell you. Going extremely well. Okay. We got Tainteds. Cool. We made it.
The barbarian holy ground.
Alright. No, I don't want that many.
Impossible.
Okay. That looks good to me.
Can I help you?
Repair. Alright. And now, nice and easy. Mana burn. I don't want that. Okay, mana burn every time. Cursed. No thanks. Lightning. I think he's dual enchanted. Lightning enchant's the one enchant I really don't want. Spectral, it's got cursed, and that's got Teleport, lightning enchanted. Alright, we'll try and make it happen. Okay. See if we can get some dudes over here. And get Mr. Man chasing us all the way down here. Dang it. Okay. See, this is what I was expecting from Maddock. Single enchant. Not the double enchant murder. Also, this is what happens without Stone Skin, which is why I wasn't worried about my mana situation before. This is why I had no concerns. Yeah, Stone Skin really sucks, you guys. Like, not like minorly. Stone Skin uber just sucks.
Fresh meat.
Let's go right here. Ooh, that did not stop him. Alright, so that's what a spinny guy looks like. Dot Gambit with the T3. Thank you so much. Let's pray Maddock is not 5 billion damages. Life tap 1 would do okay here, but... Woo! Come on, buddy. This is also why I wasn't a huge fan of Curse, but everything else was a perfect spawn except for the Curse, so I was like, we can make it work. As long as he doesn't get 4 good hits off in a row on us. That's our only fear. Okay, now we let Curse expire, because we're not a fool. Oh, that stupid hole, Doc. That stupid hole. Not enough health pots now? Nah, we'll be good. Dun, dun, dun. He actually does a lot of damage, so I do not want to fight him until this curse is off. I know, Pooty, it's crazy. Look at how long amp damage lasts in hell, it's insane. We go back to our secret sauce. And look how easy ancients are when you don't roll 2 of them with stone skin and 1 of them with dual enchant. See, I was showing them in the first ancients fight how silly it would be to roll double stone skin and what lightning and cold enchant at the same time looks like. Right? Because a lot of them were considering doing that, and I wanted to warn them about the dangers of such. And now they are properly warned. They understand the dangers. And they can see what happens in a good Ancients and what happens in a bad Ancients and why the rolling of it is actually so important. I appreciate all of you believing each one of those words I just said. That means a lot to me. Oh, Jesus. Souls will appear on level 2 or the throne. Don't charge me. Yeah, they do some mega damage, man. All right, level 2, what do? We find the waypoint. That's right. You can also run around with salvation on. Because you never know if you get souls or whatever. Also, this is what super poison looks like. Remember how we talked about it before, where you're not going to ever out heal it? So that's pretty much it. And probably not the waypoint. Yep, level 3. But this gives us an idea, of course, of where the waypoint is. So we just purely go this way. And we should crash into it right over here. There we go. I know salvation doesn't work for poison res, but we do that for in case we run into souls. This is why we want salvation. And, of course, just other res as well. You know, there's a lot of things that can be awful. Coolio, throwing a destruction. And now you have your throne. And we have souls and dolls. This is truly a spectacularly awful throne room. Oh boy. So you can always reset it if you would like. Which is probably the best idea. So I'm not going to do that. And instead I'm going to try and fight. Oh, maybe not. Oh, there's so much more. How many of them can you put in a single room? Holy cow. It's insane. There's more? Alright, is there anybody else up there that needs to come down? Oh, just a whole pack of souls? Okay, that's good. Yeah, yeah, okay, uh-huh. Perfect. Oh, that's lovely. I mean, this is about as hard mode as we can go. Jesus. We probably just need to reset this, but... Oh, that's a lot of souls. Alright, we'll just reset it. In the end, we knew what we had to do from the start. So yeah, souls plus dolls. Not gonna do a lot for you there. Not gonna be great. We got some more souls out here. Keep that salvation on. Because at the very least, we can tank that. Oh my god, Todd. Okay. Let's see what we got down here now. And once again, how fast or slow you wish to get to the throne room and do all the things and whatever. Always up to you. Dang it, we got souls again. It's alright, we'll deal with them. We'll deal with them. First order of business, crushing some Dark Lords. As long as I don't have some like terrible boss back there of souls, I think I'll be able to deal with them. Okay, that's not ideal. Okay. So let's grab these guys. Come down this way. And just make some room. You can see the importance of leveling, hopefully. Okay.
Good afternoon.
The Dark Lord. And we can use our old strats for killing Oblivion Knights so that they don't move around on us. And now the souls. I'm still using honor. You will come out here. Again. If you want to do some of that, you can. If you want to just seal him down. But with souls, one thing to also note is because of wave 2, you don't really want to fight them. If you don't have to there. So you don't want them to be revived. So you want to make sure you drag these guys out here. Get them far enough away in the back that the Unravelers will not be able to see them. Don't decrep me, Bill. So like this guy, I probably want to try and drag up this way. That might be close enough. So Bale will kill all mobs. That might not be close enough, actually. It's gonna be close. My open wounds killed him. Oh, good. And let's see what else we have over here. Anything else over here? Nope, just a couple Dark Lords. Alright, let's just drag these Dark Lords down here. Dark Lords are pretty good at dragging. They'll stay attached to you pretty well. Oh boy.
Fresh meat.
Didn't see the soul there. Bugs, thank you. Cool. All right. So obviously we're gonna have to deal with the annoying stuff with Decrepified Bale. Now we can always try and do, if we want to get these guys separated off so they're not always getting respawned, you can always do the whole go to town, come back, try and break the leash like we talked about before. But one thing I really like to do for these guys is just get in and just try and get like a couple hits off. You have to remember that we have open wounds. So if we can get our open wounds rolling on them, we can do well. But going to town also really works. Come back. And hopefully leash broken. And there you can see leash is broken. So we can pull these guys down and away from Colenso. So now, get a couple more. And now we can just face him mano-a-mano. Easy as that. How neat is that, chat? And this is just gonna be helpful for melee characters for sure. Could have just wave skipped. Yeah, I mean, if there's really a wave you don't want, you can, you know, try and wave skip it. But I don't know if doing wave skipping in a guided playthrough is good. Do I know Crip? Yeah. I actually want to come grab this guy really fast and kill him. Oh, he's a minion. Yeah, I've never met or talked to Crip. Cool. And I actually want to get this guy as well. And the reason I want this is because I want to have a little drag room for this wave. This is a pretty tough wave coming up. So we need to either get these guys further away or kill them. And I think we can drag these guys a little further down. And kill you. And this is because wave 2 is a very tough wave.
Good afternoon.
Okay. Saul's a hero. I mean, he is a minion, so. Okay, so what we want to do here, these guys do not have a leash, all these little skellies. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that we grab the skellies and get the skellies rolling down. All right, there's one that looks like he's caught up in there. One more is also caught up in there. Okay, they're all out. Now we start moving them. If you don't do this, it's just a lot of damage coming in. This is already going to be a very difficult boss to fight. Let's go back and heal the poison. And try and fight these guys around the corner or something here. Also, chugging some thawing potions would be helpful before fighting this. I don't have any on me, but that would be a smart thing to do. So let's grab a couple.
Good afternoon.
I mean, being able to get max res is very helpful on paladins. Guess we can also run salvation if we want. Another scenario where salvation would be very helpful, but just chugging the thawing potions does enough work for us. As you can see. Once again, dying to show you guys how much better it is when fighting with the thawing potions. We'll get some antidotes. Grab our one more skelly. Okay, and now engage with these guys. So something you'll notice about these guys is their unholy bolts don't actually really hurt. It's a nice thing. Like I talked about before though, there are invisible poison clouds that can just kind of chill around. So if you're taking a lot of damage, maybe look around for that. Try to avoid stepping in those. You're not totally convinced you want to play it? I mean, it's a lot better as you gain levels, for sure. Oh boy, lightning enchanted. That's not ideal. Always seem to draw the lightning enchanteds here, don't we? Okay, this is the golden spot where we're not getting hit by the bolts. I mean, it's just going to be the number of attacks, so yeah, attack speed would affect the duration or the durability, technically, I suppose. I'm such a magnetic performer. Aw.
A gift for you.
Ninja boot. Thank you very much. And look how easy wave 2 was. That was a breeze, you guys. Absolute breeze. Wave 3 is going to have some spice for sure. But you can always, of course, get out of the range. Having max fire res will help you a lot right here. But get out of the range of Decrepify. That'll help you a lot. And you don't want to take on too many hydras or too many council members at once, too many hydras at once. So you can either fight or you can always drag if you so choose. Both effective strategies. As is always the case. Okay, just make sure you get the boss with you, as the minions will follow the boss. Fighter kite, exactly. I could have fought that wave if I really wanted. I did have a spare Ort rune. Perfect. Okay. Repair the charges. And repair the gear. We'll probably do the same for wave 4. I didn't think I would get that skip. Because once again, just gonna be a lot to deal with. Make sure you get the boss man, otherwise they'll keep going back. That's your main guy you need following you. But you can see, you can fight them. Just separating them off is going to be much easier for you. Drag. And go. I'm a speedrunner at heart. But these are also very tough waves. And when you're super low level, they're just going to be even harder. So at level 80, 79, 78, yeah, I'd probably fight those guys. I'd have much better gear too. Wonder why I'm so low level? Because we don't have time for all that. It's a guided playthrough. Do a couple smackaroos. Get him down a little bit with our early crush and blow. Then finish him off with a little bit of zeal. Llama's Guide to Finishing Any Strong Guy. You. And look at that. I mean, how proud are you of yourself? You just took a zealot all the way from normal, single player, maybe multiplayer, whatever it is. And you got it here. And now you're crushing Bale. Remember what we do if there's a clone and we don't want to deal with it? We just run away. I used Zeal like 3 times. We zealed this entire game. I used Smite like 3 times. Thank you very much. Okay. And then you come back and he's gone. And you can see having cannot be frozen is just a godsend against Bale as well, as it has been through the entirety of the game. So just make sure you have some sort of crushing blow source. My crushing blow is a little low because I'm just running duress. I thought it had higher crushing blow on it. I forgot it was 15%. But, you know, if you get a little bit more from somewhere else, good. Like, you know, go get a little more from somewhere else. Make a strength. Make a black. Get some crushing blow gloves. Find some gore riders. Find some goblin toes. Put on a rattle cage. Whatever. I don't even care that there's a clone here. I'm too busy. Me and Bale got a date. Last sliver. And just like that, congratulations. You are now the proud owner. Ooh, 220. You are now the proud owner of a Patriarch Zealot. Easy. That was so easy, you guys. And of course, the idea, once again, is this is a level 61 Zealot. Obviously, it's going to start falling off towards endgame because it's very low level and doesn't have the gear and stuff. But this shows you, hopefully, that having some gear, having some items, spending a little bit of time farming those nice things is going to really help with this character and really get you through the game and having fun with it too. You aren't going to have to run all the time and you know, do like at the end of the game, Act 4 and 5, you know, I have to kind of run around. What level could I do this on hardcore realistically? I could do it on hardcore at the same level. I know you don't think that because this character had a lot of deaths, but you have to also remember that a lot of these deaths were intentional deaths and ones that I'm okay with taking because I'm okay playing risky and things like that. Like, I've beaten the game many times with hardcore at level 61. Many. Show final gear. Yeah, we can go ahead and walk through the final gear and just kind of sum up a little bit of the stuff. So here's where we are stats-wise. So we are max block. We are 93 strength, which is enough for all the gear we were wearing. The rest vitality. I still have 5 points in Holy Shield. And then I've got the +2 skills. But I have 5 points in Holy Shield because, like I say, the duration and you get nice blocking percent. You know, when you have like 7 points in there. So that's really nice. Maxed out Zeal. Maxed out Fanaticism. 1-1-1. 1 point Salvation. 1-1-1-1 and rest right here. So that is our tree right there. As for gear, we've got Blood Fists, which are nice. We've got a dual res AR ring, which is actually pretty decent. A nice little belt we got. Some life and light res. Dual res. 10 FCR, I guess. Not bad. 20 fast Roanoke, 14 cold res. 17 MF. These are all right. Could be some better boots later, for sure. But, you know, these work. We have our Rhyme Shield on. We have our Duress. We have our Honor. This definitely is something that needed to get upgraded in Hell. And you should look for, you know, finding that next tier weapon that's more damage and stuff. Because you could tell our damage started to lack as we really got up there. Here's Lore. Which also not the greatest shield for a Zealot. But it was what we had available. And it works. And we had Nokazin. And just a couple of random charms. So you can see I have 3990 right there. I did find a angelic ring. Let me see where the wings are. Oh boy. Good luck searching here. There we go. So you can see this set right here, absolutely amazing. You get the 10 dex and then 732 to attack rating and 75 to life. Absolutely baller. And you can see that brings my zeal rating from 3990 or 3900 to 7600. I mean, it literally doubles my attack rating just by having these two pieces. So that's why that set is super good. Super, super, super good. And you see a lot of people grab this. Additionally, if they're not grabbing that, you will see, let me pop over here. I just have stuff all over the place. So many just random SOJs. Uh-huh. Where's my Ravenfrost at? Okay, Pages of High Runes. Cool. Great, Llama. Let's just really keep everything super organized. Page 2 is the Ravenfrost? Hey, okay, there's one. Another SOJ. Jesus. So you'll find like people running SOJs and sometimes even dual SOJs. And the reason is, one, you get the cannot be frozen and obviously some like cold absorbent mana, but you get dexterity, which like we talked about before, we're going for max block. So double dexterity, you can get 40 dexterity across 2 Ravenfrost, and you can basically hit max block without having to put points in dexterity. And then you can put the rest of the points into like vitality for more life. You get a little cold damage, but you also get, sorry, Ravenfrost, not SOJ. But you also get 249 or, you know, extra attack rating, right? 250, whatever you end up rolling on it. But you get a lot of extra attack rating as well. So if you get a couple, I was saying, here's the SOJ. If you get a couple nice Ravenfrost, put them next to each other, that can be super, super nice for you as well. And then obviously, like we talked about, just getting something simple like a Haas is like huge. I mean, 2 palette skills, 2 combat skills, 50 all res, strength, vitality, like a Haas and a Ravenfrost already, and maybe like the angelic set instantly just like boost the power of this character so much right there. You know, and that's not even that crazy. Yeah, also best in slot smiter shield's true. Not even that crazy of stuff. Like we talked about, different weapons that you could get along the way. I mean, heck, even like a flesh render wouldn't be a bad upgrade of a weapon. It's a Nell. Redeemer would be nice.
Don't forget about full Klegla's set. It's so broken for most melees.
Oh yeah, you like the full Klegla's. Yeah, I mean, weapons will be, you know, I've got a Zealot guide where we really go through all of the different weapons on my YouTube. That's just like the quick guide. Maybe I've got stuff over here. I mean, yeah, all of those are nice. My stash is a giant mess. I've got so much nice stuff that I have left just like in my shared randomly. Let's see. Yeah, so I mean, like we're saying, you know, obviously this would be a super nice weapon. Basil is an awful. Hand of the Blessed Light, actually not terrible. Decent damage on it. Stormlash, high level, but decent damage. Barnard Star is a great
A
weapon.
gift for you.
Boop bop.
Heaven's Light is a fantastic weapon. This would honestly be like such a good weapon right here for a Zealot. Fetid Sprinkler would do all right. The Redeemer's really solid. That's one that I mentioned before, but that's another like really good weapon for you. Demon Limb's honestly not bad. Nord's Tenderizer is very good as well. Right, I mean, look at things that are IAS, ED, bonus AR, like, and maybe some like Crushing Blow or Deadly Strike or something like that on it. You know, like if you can get those things, you're just gonna smash some stuff. Hey, Redis. How you doing?